Welcome back, everybody. It's time now for game number 2 of Vici Gaming vs IG in the lower bracket of the I-League LAN Finals. Loser of this match is going to get knocked out, be sent home pack, and winner of this will advance to the next round. I believe be in the top 4. They'll be versing MVP Phoenix. Actually, no, top 5 versing MVP Phoenix for a spot, I think, in the loser bracket final at that point. So we'll see if Vici Gaming can get the 2-0 winner of IG. Are going to bounce back, force a game 3. I'm GoDz. Joining me is WinteR. WinteR, we got ourselves some picks coming out pretty quickly here in game number 2. Hello, WinteR? Test, 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 test. Do you hear me? I don't know. Maybe I've lost WinteR. Yep. There we go. Hello.
I got muted. Sorry.
Nah, that's all right. I thought it was on my end for a second. I looked down. I'm like, no, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Yep, wasn't you. But we're gonna see the manager's Tide Hunter.
Oh man. Jal God coming out with his Tide once more. He didn't show much mercy yesterday. He put his team on his back when they were in what looked like an unwinnable position to me.
Well, yeah. Well, they could win if the Tide hits big Ravages.
He did. He sure did. So, once more, the Tide pick for Vici Gaming, the Skywrath Mage support. We see IG with the Ember Razor as their dual opening.
Razor has not been something that we've seen a lot.
No, I think Lure's drafted it once or twice, even in ECL, but not many other teams are picking or playing much Razor at all lately.
The last game they actually had very good lanes as well. So this game usually you pick the Razors because you want to have better lanes and more flexibility, and if you want him to be on middle, he's always going to dominate most of the opponents that the enemy team sends to middle, and there's always the potential to have a very good tri-lane as well with the Razor. I mean, it's more, when you pick Razor, it's more like you just want to win the lane hero and push with his Acceptor ultimate and end the game very quickly, which was the plan the last game as well for IG.
Okay. Well,
with their Lycan and Jakiro.
Yeah. This lineup much weaker in the pushing power, but still it's going to be strong around that kind of 15-minute mark where IG like to fight. Ember kind of just needs his levels. Razor just needs like one kind of early game item and just is naturally it's kind of like the substitute for the Viper almost. It feels a very similar role to Viper,
yeah,
I feel.
In some sense they are both very similar, but they do get picked up for almost the same reason most of the time. But I would say both Razor and Viper, the main difference is like they are good against different type of heroes. I would say that's the best way to put it. But they serve for the same purpose.
Well, we'll see where Vici Gaming look to go with their second line of picks here, as they got the Skywrath, the Tide, need another support the mid, as well as Black's farming hero. And against like a Razor Ember Spirit, you definitely don't want to go. I feel like you don't want to go too greedy. And against IG in general, like they like to fight early. Picking something like an anti-mage or something is generally kind of a risky play to do against a team like IG, and they're going to again go for the Wisp. Yeah,
the Wisp offers a lot of like global presence and a lot of roaming potential with a partner early on. So Wisp is like also a very good early game hero, depending on who he pairs up against. Like with Tiny, I mentioned before, Wisp Tiny can fight very, very well early on.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what kind of partner they look for the Wisp this game. The PA fit nicely, I feel like, with the evasion and against the Viper.
Yeah, and it was also because they already planned they wanted Darkseer, because like PA, Darkseer, Ember is just very good together. But this game, I'm wondering whether IG would actually use a hero which I'm not sure if like they have actually played the hero a lot recently, like Timbersaw. I think when I look at these 3 heroes, like, and the partner of the Wisp will most likely be Tiny or some strength hero most of the time. So Timbersaw is very good against all the heroes, and Skywrath Mage is also very weak. I mean, later on in the game, he's good versus Timber in the lane, but later on he's weak against Timber.
Yeah, they can wait to their 4th pick as well, like see what Vici Gaming get as their Wisp partner even before they pick the Timbersaw. Get just like one of their supports now maybe, but as far as IG supports go, most of the supports they like to go for, the Lion, the Skywrath, have been taken.
Rubik maybe this game?
What's that?
Rubik maybe this game? Either Rubik or I guess, but most teams have been just getting the bench.
The other hero they like is the Ancient Apparition, which is actually pretty good against the Wisp. You can prevent the Wisp heals.
Good point. And Ancient Apparition with Ember Spirit. Very potent
Yeah.
combination.
They get Nyx though.
It's not
Probably
very
a
clear whether,
support.
yeah,
but
it's not very clear whether it's a support or and they can
No.
do like Ophthalmics, but probably not the case because their cores are like Razor and Ember, and you usually with Razor and Ember together on the same team, you go for another core that can actually like fight and farm. Nyx is like a space maker only if you put him as a tree position.
Well, it's going to be the Wisp Tony coming out for Vici Gaming.
Timbersaw, please.
You want the Timbersaw? Well, there's
Yeah,
there's
three-
3 strength heroes already and a
3 strength
squishy
heroes.
Skyreth Mage.
It's very inviting.
Man, IG they've gone full agility. You never go full agility. What are they thinking?
Pick the Morphling now, full agility.
All you need is an Invoker, and Invoker would actually be a nice last pick for Vici Gaming. Put like a black safe lane Invoker as their last pick. Could work. But
If my memory serves me correctly, they actually don't really put black on the tiny, right? Every time they pick the
it's been super doing it lately. I've seen both play. And I think there was one game where Super didn't do too well in it, and that was after Black had done like a really good tiny. But the last few times it has been Super on the tiny. Like we saw last game, he was also on the PA. I think because you've got FY like partnering up with you, you have to communicate a lot between the Wisp and Tiny player. It may be hard for Black because he doesn't speak as good a Chinese as Super
Oh
would.
yeah, that's a good point as well. Yeah, that may be the main reason why he's not actually playing the tiny.
Yeah. So even if Super's not really like the PA player or the Tiny player, he maybe just changes it up with Black because of the communication barrier.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. That was an important factor, the communication between these two. And IG is gonna pick up the Rubik and ban out the Invoker.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, the Invoker will be good for Vici and no Invoker for them.
I would have really liked the AA here. I feel though, like I think the Rubik's a good pick.
Just because of the tide, I mean, you can do a lot
Yeah.
with the Rubik.
Yeah. You gotta get that Ravage first though. Not easy against the Jal God.
The Gel God, yeah.
That's your Twitch chat is all about that. They're hyping up Jal. An Axe last pick for Vici. Okay. Black on the Axe. Gonna dunk some fools this game perhaps.
The Axe is like usually in this sort of lineup, you see teams go for the Puck and Tide with the relocate tiny, but Vici Gaming picks up the Axe this time. Like the Axe would be, I think he's very good versus Ember. Ember doesn't have a lot of armor, takes a lot of damage from counter helix, and the Culling Blade would be a good way to deal with the Ember early on. He has low HP, low armor, so it'll be the Timber Saw as their 5th pick.
Full
Another
strength heroes. Yeah.
Why not strength hero again? Why not, dude?
June going to be on the Timber, so I think maybe Vici Gaming expecting like June on the Ember Spirit, and they're like, well, no one else really plays Timbersaw, but June says when you got Ferrari 430, he can play Ember Spirit just fine, and Timbersaw will go June's way.
Yeah, but this game, as tricky it may seem that they have like 4 strength heroes and a squishy Skyraf, but Timbersaw is also very weak against disables. The enemy team has a lot of disables.
Yeah.
Stun Toss, they have Call, they have the Silence on the Skyraf, they have Rarage. Like, it might seem like they have a lot of strength heroes, which are usually the case good for Timbersaw, but at the same time, he's very weak against those disables.
And just a lot of magic nuke damage too. Like a tiny nuke combo will quickly kill off a Timbersaw.
I feel like he needs to play very well in this game to be able to, like, it's not that easy to execute the Timber, even though it's a good Timber game.
Alright, well, we'll get things underway here, give you guys some Dota 2 sounds, introduce our teams. IG down 0-1 in this best of 3 at the I-League LAN Finals. Going to be running June on the offlane. Timbersaw, it looks like. Chizbug going to be playing the support Nyx Assassin Chuan on the Rubik. Ferrari 430 going to be handling the Ember Spirit, and that leaves Luo, or Z, playing the Boots First Razor. For the Dire side, Vici Gaming going to have Super on the Tiny. We've got Black playing the Axe, currently positioned in the jungle, but should expect him to move. It's going to be Jal, or Ice as he's more commonly known, playing the Tide Hunter, and then down bottom, FY and Fenrir, the support duo on the Wisp and Skywrath Mage. So here comes IG, rotating through the enemy jungle. Super sees one. Black will see some more, and it looks like they're going to block some camps here, making sure that Wisp doesn't do too many stacks. Yeah. They're going to lift though.
Skywrath.
Fenrir's going to be careful. Skywrath made corner steering chains, but the Wisp will come, back him up. Nice. Avalanche catches out multiple heroes here. Chizbug's already used the Impale though. And IG not going to find a kill onto that Skywrath, who's just oh so squishy. Looked like he was maybe caught out there, but some good defensive play from Vici, who looks like he'll concede the top lane.
Tether movement speed, but Skywrath 325 move speed, so he was very fast.
One rune apiece to start things off. So it's the Ember Spirit and the Wisp getting the bounty runes.
Even game, 0-0. One rune apiece.
Yep. So FY doing actually gets him his bottle. Just needs the courier out, as it looks like it was actually in use delivering some items maybe.
It was delivering a boost, like Tidehunter got boost after that.
Yeah, I saw he just had the Tangos to start, so deliver some items to him, then the bottle will make its way out.
Yeah, he realized he's up against the Razor, so and the enemy. So I think he was expecting the support to be top though. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But the boots will be helpful against the Razor no matter what.
All right. We'll see. There we go. Bottle coming out for FY. He's gonna start stacking. It seems. Yep. Stack the big camp. That did not get blocked. They only blocked the medium camp, so there'll still be a decent amount of farm coming the tiniest way with just this big camp being stacked up.
That's for sure. He didn't actually chop the trees anyway, so I don't think it matters, He didn't break the trees.
It's the lazy man's Wisp stacking, but it's working out well here because, as you said, nothing to stack anyways.
Because they were fighting, that's why he couldn't break the trees, remember?
No. So, as far as the lane step goes, Vici Gaming will have the Skywrath up top to try help deal with the Timbersaw. Timbersaw kind of against black in this lane. This is not a conventional lane by any means. The Axe versus Timbersaw matchup.
Yeah, it's actually quite bad for the Timbersaw in the sense that if he takes a lot of damage from counter helix because he doesn't have armor. When he doesn't have the reactive charge shot.
He's going to get some from the neutrals here. Black doing a lot of damage to him though.
Look at that. He took like 300 plus damage there.
And that was with the 4 armor from the reactive armor. Just using the neutrals and getting them spins.
Those RNG. Oh, he actually
cancelled the tether. Whoops.
He cancelled. Yeah, he cancelled the tether.
It looks like gonna actually just takes the bounty rune because he saw he knew Rubik was on the high ground and could go for a deny, I guess. So no refill on FY's bottle, but he's still got plenty of bottle charges to play around with it. It looks like he's gonna get the bottom one.
And they're actually he's gonna give him the regen, and Tide is actually gonna have a lot of experience. Like farm, maybe he's not gonna get too much against the Razor, but he's definitely gonna get a lot of experience in this thing.
Already level 3, which is probably pretty good. I guess both offlaners hitting level 3 now, so as far as the offlaners go, it's kind of similar for both the Tide as well as the Timbersaw. But Timbersaw, I guess, wants to farm a bit more maybe this game than a Tide.
I think you could say that, but
they kind of both do.
Yeah, technically Tide needs farm as well. I would say. Top lane June dead. Yes, dead. One more nuke. Yeah, dead. That was like the weakness of the hero against Axe. He took so much damage.
Yeah. Mid lane, meanwhile, Avalanche toss combo goes in. They want Ferrari, but not willing to dive for it. Now lift back into the tower. Super, not even drawing the tower aggro there, so he'll be more than okay. And FY has a regen rune, so this is just free harass coming out as they'll regen both the 2 heroes up here in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's such a lane changing rune for the Wisp.
Yeah. Ferrari's going to just do some bottle correction himself. So he's full HP and full mana, but still pesky stuff coming out from the Wisp tiny combo.
And bottom lane, the Nyx. I think this
trying it mid. He's been tossed back. Gets hit by the tether slow as well. They're looking to turn this one around. They actually want to go for the kill on FY, but the slow making things hard for Ferrari. Chuan gets one last right click off. Is that going to be enough to kill off FY? He's bottling up though, and it will be a kill. Ferrari gets one. Won't be able to get a second here. Has a searing chain, but the flame guard is gone. Chizbug going to throw out an impale. Secures the bottom invis rune. It looks like, Tide's just going to pick that one up. There's no bottle on the tiny, so top rune going June's way on the Timbersaw. 1-for-1 trade.
Who actually got the last hit?
Ferrari and Tiny. Yeah, so Tiny and Ember.
I think it was more or less even.
Yeah, it felt like a pretty even trade there in the end.
This Timber is getting like a little less than the Tidehunter. Levels wise, it's almost even, but Tidehunter is getting more farm than the Timbersaw in the lane.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, 200-ish right now, but that could change. Tide's feeling pretty aggressive here at the bottom lane. He needs to be careful. May need to TP out.
TP, yeah, he can.
I don't know if he'll TP out in time. He can't do this. He's just dead. Yeah, Luo. Solo kill. Very easy solo kill, too. Meanwhile, top lane, they've gone in on June. June has the battle hunger slow on him, and it looks like Black going to find another kill here. June gets brought down by the Skywrath Mage Nukin. The offlaners both continuing to struggle.
They got a lot of experience, but still
Avalanche toss, mid lane. Ferrari going to be forced to use a double Searing Chains. Does get out of there, and has a Tango. Also has his bottle coming back up, which will be a full bottle as well.
Yeah, and he casually gets a bracer as well, just to survive the combo. He has a bracer instead of the usual you get the face rush. But
may even get like the magic wand before he gets the face boots.
Yeah, I think magic wand bracer would be very good this game.
Yeah, he can go back for the face boots afterwards if he so chooses, which you expect he would. Meanwhile, Tide's this is looking bad for Tide. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Luo's gonna just get the static link off. All you need to do is hit the Impale, and that should be pretty easy for Chizbug. Loses the static link though. The Impale comes a bit late. Luo still has a lot of damage, so plus 63. Is gonna get outrun. No kill.
No, they're not gonna get this.
Oh, here comes Ember Spirit. They've got it. Tide will at least look to deny the rune. Have they got it? They should have it. Yeah. Ferrari gonna just keep close, and we'll get the kill in the end.
One of those ice moments where he dives too deep.
He was like didn't have a TP, can't really get out. Has no way out of there. Like
I think I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to pull the wave back, and then suddenly there's like two heroes. He was trying to go drag the wave back. I think maybe I'm not sure though. Otherwise, why would he be so far down the lane?
Nice D-ward on the mid lane. They get rid of that observer ward on the high ground, which is like a must D-ward kind of ward in that mid lane, but also a fairly obvious one, depending on how you plan it. Bottom lane, ice, not again. Impale going to lead things off, but no follow-up for Chizbug. And that's the end of his mana. Not really a very efficient use of that last Impale.
Yeah, that was like a wasteful. He could have stayed in the lane, send the clarity and boots out, and just wait for a chance to kill the Tide. But
now it's not worth it. Chuan at mid. Uh-oh, he's looking pretty dead. Super. Yeah, just going to look to make sure that Ember Spirit doesn't die as well.
This is looking... The lanes, if you look at the lanes, the Timber still not getting too much. Tide is getting twice as much as the Timber farm. Even though he just recently died. But the rest of the lanes, the Axe actually has a lot more CS than the Razor though, because the Razor was chasing the Tide around.
You can see it in the net worth. Axe ahead by about 500-600 gold, and does have some help from the kills he's been getting, but even so. Mid lane, it looks like they want to try go for a kill here. Wisp is in range for a tether. The Avalanche toss combo is there, and Ember only now gets off the Flame Guard with a 2-hero Searing Chains. That Bracer potentially saving his life there, and they're going to get a return kill. Chuan gets one under the tower, will not get Super as well. Super with Treads and Magic Wand is pretty damn tanky himself, but nice defensive play. Meanwhile, it's top lane June dying again. I feel like I've seen this one before. This time we don't see it, but I've got a pretty good visual from the last 3 deaths.
Yeah, he didn't realize he was blink on the Axe. That's why he died.
This time around it was a bit different. It did have the blink dagger, so very early blink for the Axe. And guess what? Black's rotating mid now, looking to help things out here.
They're gonna die. They're gonna die.
Oh my gosh, what a sick 2-hero call here. Chuan gets off the double dunk, and now they get the toss up onto Chizbug. Looks like we could see a 3rd dunk. You betcha. Oh nope, it's actually going Tiny's way. Black not going to get the last hit for that one, but the Dunk Lord makes his appearance in the mid lane, and it's a T1 tower to follow. Vici Gaming suddenly pull ahead here in Game 2 after a 1-0 lead in this best of 3.
They're gonna even get a tower or another kill.
Chuan thinking he could not prevent the blink. They're gonna ravage this as well. June trying to get the kill, does do so, ends the Axis streak. That's a nice kill, much needed kill for him, but they're taking heavy casualties as Luo going to make his appearance known. Goes for the Knight, doesn't actually get it. Chizbug now in full retreat. Triple Flame Remnant. It's the Searing Chains. A lot of damage coming out of Ferrari. Gets the Flame Guard off as well. That Razor will finish off the IO as Tiny does get the kill in the next. Super now in full retreat. One more Plasma Field will kill him off. He's going for the TP. No mana for his Searing Chains. He's going to TP out. Oh, if they'd got him, it would have been good for IG. But without that kill, I feel like it was like an even trade, maybe even slightly better for Vici.
Almost even, but Vici got the tower, but they gave out a lot of experience.
Yeah. We can get the recap going. It's
IG is still happy about it, I feel. Yeah. But if they got the last kill on the Tiny, that would be a victory for them. Yeah,
it was a 3-for-3 trade, at least as far as the end fight goes. That's
the
after
Ravage was used rather quickly. Then they could have came in. The other heroes could have came in from the side to actually kill the other heroes. Because they were in a very deep position.
Yeah, the axe dying to the Timbersaw was the key thing as well. Like, actually bringing down Black there.
Yeah, that was like the strength of the Timbersaw coming into play already.
Yeah, just having levels, and he's not actually that high level. Only has the 1 point in the Whirling Death and the Max Timber Chain, but
yeah, but he does so much damage just by his normal spells like the Timber Chain level 4 and the Chakra.
So Luo's now got a mech for his team. You don't often see the mech on Razor as much as bottom lane. Rubik gets found by the axe and Skywrath combo. But yeah, the mech for the Razor picked up nice and early on. Saw this last game from the Viper, so Razor really filling that exact same type of role. And Tiny going right into Luo here. There is a Timbersaw nearby. They could look to turn this one around. Luo taking with the mech, and FY going to be targeted first. Super now needs a way out himself. Super will have... Oh, he misses the dunk! That's a big loss for Black. We'll see if Razor looks to turn this around. Doesn't actually use the mech until now. Didn't have mana for it. Has plus 200 damage, but unfortunately can't really fight. I thought the mech was going to be a nice little turnaround, but he didn't even have mech for it in that fight. I didn't have mana for it in that fight.
Yeah, but the main thing was they didn't die, and that was very crucial for them. Missing the dunk there.
Bottom lane, tower going to go down, and Ferrari, he's got to retreat. Silenced up, and he's not going to fire it out just yet. He wants to turn this one around.
He can turn soon.
Yeah, he's baiting. He's got to fire in it forward. There's only 2 heroes here. Tide is no right. He does have a Ravage. Will go in. Ferrari gets brought down. Really nice bait there. The relocate not even needed.
Oh yeah, that was...
Wow.
I thought he could actually get a kill, but I was wrong.
Oh, he's thought so too, WinteR. Yeah.
It was like you see the enemy wasting spells and you're like, okay, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do this. He was thinking he could have killed, because he had a remnant behind. He wanted to try and kill the Skywrath, then get out.
And the Tide Ravage had just been used not too long. I think it only just come back up from after that mid lane fight.
It was a worthy kill on the Ember, for sure.
Yeah. Man, nice bit of bait there. So we'll see what IG look to do next. They're not used for IG. They normally draft sets at around the 10 to 15 minute mark. They can get ahead, but they're once again playing from behind at this stage and going to get further behind. There's Twine at mid. Yeah, there we go. Black makes sure he times this dunk a bit better.
Yeah, you talk about them always drafting, wanting to be ahead early, but if you actually want to do that, the one thing that comes to my mind is you don't want to have a support like Rubik and Nyx together. Like both of these supports need a lot of levels to do a lot of stuff. But if you are talking about you want to have aggressive and a good lead early on, you want supports like, for example, Skywrath or Ogre, which are very very strong on bench with a few levels. You don't want supports that only do stuff when they are high level. Like Rubik and Nyx are just supports that do a lot of stuff for the team when they are high level. They are very valuable support with levels.
Alright, well, we'll see what the IG comeback plan is. They've still got the most farmed here in the game, that is Luo. He's picked up an Ogre Club now, realizing he just needs to tank up. But
the thing is, it's a Razor though, so...
They're going to run into the same problem as last game, where they can't really push out lanes, they can't split farm, because you're up against that Wisp Tiny who can pick you off so easily, and 2 heroes are going to be going Blink, both Tide and Axe. They can't get the lift. That would have been a nice pick-off if they could get it. Here comes the turnaround here. Twine off on the side with Tiny relocate back in, but into an impale of the Nyx. Does keep some of these heroes alive, but Razor Luo has a mech, needs to use it, will get dunked though. Black with the axe, gets one, looking for more here. Ferrari going to be the target here. They actually lose the Wisp back to mid lane, but doesn't seem to matter too much. It's the axe as well going back to mid lane. Looks like they went back, but Wisp died anyways. I'm not sure how that one happened.
Oh!
Timber trying to do some damage here. Chizbug gonna go down to one last Anchor Smash. There's even a Ravage. The tiny toss gets Carapace. And now, we'll see what Ice can do. He's gonna hold the spells here. Chizbug gets out and... Alright. Could have gone worse. So, Io died to the Ember Spirit and then Axe still got relocated out.
Did he? Alright, yeah. I didn't... Oh,
Axe suddenly got like relocated to this little plateau here, and then Wisp still died. I don't know what damage it was. I guess some like burn damage or something.
The Searing Chains killed him.
Yeah. The Searing Chains, burn damage, and even with the relocate out, he still died. And if he'd left the Axe there, that would have gone really good for Vici Gaming, but
yeah,
still an alright fight.
If they left the Axe there, they would have gotten the kill on the Nyx for sure, where they were chasing him. Oh, but nevertheless, they're gonna have mech the next fight on the Tide.
Crimson Guard on the axe.
Yeah, to even things out, like they didn't have Mac and IG had Mac on the Razor, so that was also a big deal for them. And they didn't use the Ravage also, which is also a big deal.
Yeah, they can take another fight soon, and it just feels like Vici Gaming only now are kind of picking up their core items. Like they're only just getting the mech on the Tide. They got, I mean, Black's had his core Blink for a while, but he now gets a Crimson Guard. Tiny's still working on the Ag Scepter, but just having some more components. He's getting pretty damn tanky and beefy in these fights as well.
I'm thinking about the item progression for X this game. Blade Mail is a good choice for him. I feel with all the damage, like all the AoE damage coming from IG, he can go for the Blade Mail next if he wishes.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Timber Saw seeing on below 1,000 HP.
Yeah, he's gonna wreck everyone. Like they have so much like Fade Bolt you can't control, like Impale if you get the Carapace off, and there's like the Flame Guard from Ember. There are so many damage over time, and not to mention the Timber Saw burst. I think Blade Mail could be a good option here if he wants.
They smoke up, make a rotation through the Radiant jungle, and we'll see what we can find here. It's going to be towards mid, and they get the Blink call onto Ferrari. Relocate in as well for good measure. He gets silenced, so there's no way out for poor Ferrari 430. And IG, their tournament life on the line here in Game 2, and things not looking good for them against Vici Gaming, who have just definitely upped their game since the start of this tournament.
Oh,
toss going in
again.
and toss in, tether out.
Toss the Tide Hunter, dude. Toss the Tide Hunter.
Maybe that was the plan here. Avalanche going to hit June here. There goes a Blink call onto 2. Tides the Rabbit now as well. We'll follow up with a nice bit of stun here. No chance to mech up his buddy. Nyx goes down, and Lua pretty tanky himself. He may be able to get Super trying to turn and fight. He's got a bit of stolen damage here. Super. The Crimson Guard not going to save his life, and it looks like IG at least finding an alright trade here. 3 for 3 so far. They bought back the next assassin. Ferrari, triple remnant. Sleight of Fist. He gets the kill on the axe. Only the Skyreth left standing. And Fenrir, full retreat for him.
He doesn't have a TP, but
Phase
no remnant.
boots, okay. Ember Spirits. Like I can spam my phase boots, but I've got no fire remnants to chase with.
Tranquil boots, Skyra. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, that's just not happening. 415
Yeah,
movement speed to the 417 with phase on, so you're not even catching him with phase on.
It's logical, right? Skyruff is a flying hero, so he should be fast.
Yeah.
But why is Bat Rider so slow?
Yeah, there's a few heroes who'd like to have a word with Ice Frog if that's the case.
Bat Rider is 295 and Skyruff is 325. That 30 movement speed.
Oh. We'll see rotations bottom lane. Black's now picked up an Ogre Club, and uh-oh, Chuan could be in a bit of a tough spot here. Battle Hunger, maybe out of range.
He's gonna get a BKB. And they have relocate though if they want to.
And they're going to do just that. Relocate in from behind. Here comes Super, the Wisp, Tiny, the call there as well. Luo. He's going to try to stay alive. The dunk not going to work. And Luo, he's got 20, 30 HP. Gets clubbed down by the big bad Tiny. Black, though, still in a bit of a tough spot. Gets relocated out, though. Leaving Super alone, though. You save the axe. You leave Super in a tough spot. No Ravage available. The mech, though, will keep Super alive for one last toss. He gets the kill on the Ember Spirit. Now June goes down as well. It's a 4-for-1 trade. Well worth it in the end for Vici Gaming. They'll take that trade. And top lane, your Wisp and Axe are going to push things out, start working on this tier 2 top tower. IG just taking too many casualties.
And this is really interesting choice of item from the Tide as well. He's going for Medallion on the Tide Hunter.
The new changes, you can armor up your teammates and...
Yeah, but I'm thinking how much does it do?
Take Roche, I guess? They have a pretty bad Roshan lamp, so Medallion can at least make it a little bit easier.
And Medallion Gush Anchor Smash the damage.
Yep.
The
Top
damage.
lane, defense is going to come in, so no tier 2 tower for you today, Vici Gaming. They are pinging Roshan somewhat here.
No tier 2 tower for today, you mean? Maybe just for another 10 minutes of fight.
We're talking, by days I mean like Dota 2 time, so we're talking, we've got 4 hours left in the day and hit that 22 minute mark and... Well, the 20 minute mark, what am I talking about? It's every 4 minutes.
So the Medallion comes into play for the Roche, but I don't think they needed that for the Roche. But I guess it's just a synergy because of the Gush, Medallion and Anchor Smash, and they can also Medallion the Tiny against the physical damage from the Ember and the Razor.
I know this is going on, and Black going to pick up the Aegis for himself. Nothing IG can do. It's Bracer Gaming for June, who's picked up a Circlet even after his first Bracer. Can't even finish the second brace though.
Yeah, Like,
That's
the
sad
thing
times.
is, he died too many times for the Timbersaw to be very good this game.
It could have been a great pick if he got off, and that's where, I mean, you talked about IG having this weak support duo. Oh, we're going to see Lua get caught out again. If they had a stronger support duo, June probably could have had some more space, or even got ganks.
I'm actually thinking that the Nyx was like, I mean, Rubik is actually still acceptable.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you can have only one out of two of these together if you really want the Timber to work.
If they had like a Rubik AA type draft, or like a Rubik Enchantress.
Even a Venge, like, it's fine.
Yeah. See, Berserker's Call gets stolen. That is not a spell you're looking for if you're a Rubik.
He's gonna be able to reposition someone very far away. You lift him backwards and Berserker's Call and run backwards.
I guess that's one play. Be like a pseudo Batrider type hero. I don't think that's a game-winning play though.
Well, you have to try something, right? To actually change the game. If you do it and it works one time, then you win a fight.
Alright. Keep my eye on the Chuan Rubik.
The Chuan.
Definitely a player known for his Rubik plays.
Yeah, he's saving for a blink as well. He's not even gonna go for the arcane boost.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you gotta go big. Go for the blink Ravage Seals. And oh, Black, not gonna get the call. Pump fakes in. The second one gonna miss here. He's still got an Aegis though, so IG do not want to overcommit onto this action. Lua just trying to steal as much damage as he can. He has used the ultimate here, and looks like Vici Gaming may look to re-engage here. They've got the relocate ready to go with the Wiz Tiny up top, and they may just go for the tier 2 tower and shoot a fight break out. Then use the relocate.
Yep, definitely. You don't want to use the relocate until you have to.
Top tier 2 will get down to deny range. Tiny's like, let's get this. Don't let him deny it. Super.
I think he can't do anything to stop the deny.
I mean, he can. He can go suicide. Or, I don't know about suicide, but go make a Jimmy play.
He can go YOLO and make the Wiz die, because ultimately the Wiz is like, oh dude, I have to save you.
Yep. You know, if that was Jimmy, that would have been the play.
I thought it was actually quite safe as well though, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well...
I felt like it was...
safe from our perspective, perhaps.
Yeah, if he tried it, it wouldn't be a situation where there was zero chance of him getting out.
I think it would have worked, but he doesn't know where all the IG heroes are. He's playing...
It's easy for us to say.
Not with the caster vision that we have. So Vici Gaming probably looking to make a high ground poke at least with the Aegis. They've taken all the tier 2 towers, still have 2 minutes left on this, and Wiz Tiny, well, it's a bit more than a poke. You know, give a tier 3 tower a good beating.
Poke? Are you kidding? It's a tiny.
Yeah. Well.
He's like holding this big tree, and your tower is like, oh, gone in a few seconds.
Anyway, it's a poke if we're talking, if IG's base is like a couple of ants. You can kill an ant with a poke, you know? Right now, that's what Vici Gaming are making IG look like. 5 little ants just running around and getting squashed. Even Luo, who's the queen ant right now as far as how tanky he is, he just gets annihilated. Blink, Call, Skywrath, Ultimate. The synergy there is just killing him every single time. He's got 4 deaths and it's quickly accumulating.
Nyx Assassin is the perfect baby ant.
He's just the hard little worker ant, trying to do what he can.
Another big stack for the Tony.
Yeah. I guess they're waiting for the AC and as well as a BKB. So the Aegis may expire, but they kind of figure maybe some of these core items are more important than the Aegis. The BKBs, the Assault Cuirass, a Tide with a... Actually, Tide goes Vlad's. This is such an Ice thing. He doesn't like going for the Blink. He likes to tank up and go for these team-oriented items. And then get the Blink much later. Doesn't even care much for a refresher. He plays a very different style of Tide.
They don't need the Blink on the Tide under this game. The X. You just need the X. The X will initiate, the Tide will get to follow up after that. And his items is just basically like buffing up his team. Like the Blast is very good on the Tiny. It's super good on the Tiny.
Alright, good news is June has his second bracer for IG.
Good news.
He was struggling to get it earlier.
It sounds like some news that you never want to hear if you have a Timbersaw.
If someone tells you there's good news and bad news, I'd be upset if that was the good news.
Guys, I just got another bracer.
This is some good news. Ferrari has a DD rune. That's actually that's some actual good news.
Alright, this is good news.
I guess if Vici Gaming saw it, they don't want to fight around the DD. I mean, they're so far ahead they probably could fight around the DD Ember Spirit. But Ferrari seems like maybe the last hope for this team. With a Battle Fury Crystallis, he's got to keep on farming. And the Assault Crest just now a couple hundred gold away for Super's Tiny.
I'm actually thinking what other usages he can actually make of this medallion, because it seems really odd to get a medallion. I don't think they even need it for the Roche, to be honest. I've been seeing him, but he uses it before the X go in, before the X jumps in as well. So, but I'm thinking how effective it's actually gonna be.
There's Counter Helix, which is physical damage. There's Tiny, Anchor Smash. So there's a decent bit of physical damage, but
yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually worth the investment, but it's definitely, I mean, I like the idea because you can actually do it on the X and the X jumps in.
That's true. Well, we'll see him join up with his team towards the middle lane, it looks like. And what's coming out on this courier here? We've got the Assault Crest now complete. Vici Gaming, though, they didn't push with the Aegis. They have now got their core items, but I wonder if they're even going to wait for the next Roshan again, which is still at least 2 minutes away, which is some time for them.
They can do that, but I feel
they're
going to get someone.
Whisper's nearby. He's going to relocate. They're going to kill the Tiny too fast, though.
Timbersaw. Welcome to Timbersaw.
They were smoked there, although I think the smoke wore off and there was just no vision for Vici Gaming. Bit of a careless moment for the Tiny. That's a 2,000 gold change just from one kill.
Way too far away from, like, I'm not sure. I think the Wisp was stacking Ancients. That's why he was so far away.
He had other things in mind. So a 2,000 gold swing off just one kill, but you still have your work cut out for you if you're IG and looking to start a comeback.
Yeah, there are heroes. I think they just can bank on the Ember though. Timber is just way too. It feels like the Timber would be not a strong influence until he gets a couple of more items, which will take him quite some time.
Well, IG now, they have got the blink on Chuan, so there's always that potential for plays to be made. If he can get his hands on a Ravage, big things could happen. There is only the BKB on the axe as far as avoiding the Ravage and magic damage output of the IG side. But that's a big ask for Chuan. If that's what you're banking on to win a team fight, then well, you know you're not in an ideal position.
Yeah, I think for them to win a team fight, the Rubik has to do a lot in the fight. Like Ravage is basically one of it.
Ravage, Avalanche.
Yeah, Ravage is just basically the best one. He wants to. I mean, the Berserker's Call thing I mentioned, it was just like something which is hard to execute. The Ravage is just the only thing I think that can save the team fight.
Well, we'll see how IG can do. They didn't get any use of the DD room for Farai, but did buy some time off, farming a little bit. Timbersaw's going to be sending Courier to the secret shop, so he's got his soul booster now. He'll pick up his VIP booster, tear apart the arcanes, and at least get that little bit closer to a completed bloodstone.
Yeah,
Black Soul the Courier, he wants it. He wants to dunk the Courier. Too far away.
He needs so many items this game to be very effective.
Even like a BKB for like the tiny Skywrath and Tide.
BKB is like something you want to have as well. Against all the disables. But at the same time, you want to have mana pool. That's why he's going for Bloodstone first.
Some de-warding here using the Chakram, and we'll see what IG look to do next. They're still yet to take a single tower on the map. I guess the bright side is if they win a fight, take a few towers, it'll be a nice and big gold swing going their way because of the towers still standing.
Yeah, if they can win a fight, that's
definitely not about to GG out. We're lost here, and they're out of the I-League Season 2 LAN Finals. Win here for Vici Gaming sees them through to verse MVP Phoenix in the next round. That's who awaits the winner of this series. And, well, very deep ward coming up from the Nyx. I don't know how much value you're getting out of that Observer ward at this stage of the game, but hey, better than nothing, I guess. Might not get de-warded as well, because there is a gem. Well, there was a gem on the Dire side. The base siege continues. Someone has to go in. Someone has to stop Super right now. There's no glyph, and he's just going to get Raxes. Someone? Anyone? IG? It's do or die time. You're losing Raxes here, and no one really confident they can go in. BKB lure. He's going to start the fight. You don't want to ravage this guy. Toss back from Super. Nice bit of play there. Black goes in, misses the call, though. And Tide does have a Blink Dagger for this fight. That's the other recent pickup for the Vici Gaming team, but looks like Vici Gaming just going to slow siege this one. Well,
Max is going to go down.
Yeah. Toss from afar, and Black has still got BKB, so he should be fine, and he's just trying to bait them in more than anything. Ravage is there. Here we go. Chuan not looking to use it just yet. Black BKBs themselves. There's the Ravage. Where's your Rubik? Chuan too far away. Doesn't have mana as well. No Ravage still today. They get the kill on the Nyx. Super will get covered on the retreat here with a Crimson Guard. Tossed back. Chuan going for the place with the blink tosses, but it's not going to work out. IG have lost 4 in no time at all. They're going to probably swing mid and look for the mid Raxes with Super's Tiny just doing too much damage right now. And IG, buyback status, only the Ember Spirit has one. And with that, I think we may be seeing IG get knocked out of Season 2 of I-League. And, well, they've had a decent run here, but it's Vici Gaming who come out on top.
This game they got... I just feel the support though. I didn't like that the duo that they actually chose for this sort of game plan. I'm not sure, maybe they have some other plan, but it seemed like it was weird though having this support duo with this sort of lineup.
Yeah. Especially the Nyx. Nyx has not been run, is a very infrequently picked hero, and normally it's picked as a counter to something like a Medusa perhaps. It doesn't feel like a good counter to many of the Vici Gaming picks this game.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also like something that needs, like the main issue I had was because he needs to farm like a lot of levels for them to be making a lot of usage with the Nyx assassin. That's why I felt it wasn't like part of their game plan. Like it felt like they wanted to, like you mentioned, have a good lead early on and play aggressive.
All right. Well, that does it. Vici Gaming are through. They're going to be versing MVP Phoenix, the Korean squad. They're at the I-League LAN finals and, well, putting up an alright showing so far. They did get some help from the Big God team who withdrew from the tournament. So that's our next and final BO3 for today. Stick around, guys. Myself, GoDz, and as well as WinteR are going to be casting, bringing you the action here. And if you want to follow and support WinteR, follow him at WinteRDota. Follow myself at BTS GoDz. And we'll be bringing you our final BO3 of today with Vici Gaming looking to take down the Korean side, or the Koreans looking to continue their run in the I-League LAN finals. Stay tuned.